I'm making a batch of lemon rice pudding. Let me tell you, if you're a fan of rice pudding, you are going to go gaga over this one. It is so good. Great way to use up kitchen staples that are getting ready to expire. And I'm just gonna keep it in my fridge, and that way the Drummond family can just snack on it whenever we get a craving. I added a cup of medium grain rice to the saucepan, along with 2 cups of water. Then the milk that's on the brink of expiration, I'll measure 2 cups. Basically, I'm cooking the rice according to package instructions, but I'm replacing half of the water with milk. That's a good start to any rice pudding. So the milk goes in, and then all it needs is a little butter and a little salt. Okay, I'm gonna keep on stirring until this comes to a boil, and then I'll reduce the heat to a simmer, cover it, and let it keep cooking for about 20 minutes.
Let's go sort some cattle.
Okay, the rice has been simmering away. It is just about cooked. So I have a few more things to add. First, a can of sweetened condensed milk. The whole thing goes right in. This is where the rice pudding gets its sweetness. Now, I had a little languishing cream from the fridge, and I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons. It sure can't hurt. This is already delicious, but the cream just sends it over the top. And then a little splash of vanilla. And this is lemon rice pudding, of course. So I'm gonna zest a whole lemon. The flavor of the lemon in this really creamy, rich rice pudding is just a match made in heaven. You know what? I think I need to zest in some more. I really don't think you can have too much. And there is so much sweetness in this rice pudding. Little extra zest won't hurt at all. That is a lot of lemon zest. So I'm gonna slice the lemon now and just add the juice of about half of it. You don't want the acid disrupting all this delicious milk and cream in here. Okay, now I'll stir this together and see what I've got. Oh gosh, and what I've got is pretty much pure bliss. It looks amazing. So now I'm gonna leave it uncovered and just let it cook for another 5 minutes. Oh, you would not believe how good the rice pudding looks. Most of the liquid has been absorbed. You can see that yummy plump rice. Now there's just one more finishing touch. I promise this is the last. I'm gonna beat an egg, and then I'm gonna pour it in. I think it helps solidify the rice pudding, makes it a little less runny. Okay, now I'm gonna add the egg really slowly, and I'm gonna stir the whole time. I'm gonna take this rice pudding home to my family. Let me tell you, they are gonna be very excited. Everyone will get a delicious bowl full of creamy, lemony rice pudding with a sprinkling of zest. Yum. It does not get any more perfect than this. Now I just need to let this cool, and then I'll put it into my neat little fridge. Clean out the fridge gazpacho is a clever and tasty way to use up produce in your drawer that's just about to go south. I'm doing a little unexpected version by adding a few strawberries to the mix. Usually you don't see strawberries in gazpacho, but I thought, what the heck, I'll give it a try. So with the strawberries, I'm gonna add the standard ingredient to gazpacho, just a bunch of tomatoes. The great thing is they're going in the food processor, so I didn't have to chop them up too fine. Another thing that most gazpachos have are cucumbers. So I have a really big one. I can always tell when produce is kind of starting to go south on me. It just starts to get a little soft on the outside, loses that crispy crunchiness. It's great for gazpacho because it's all gonna get pureed anyway, and you really don't need it to be crisp and fresh. I'm just gonna cut this up and see how full the food processor gets. Oh, it's gonna be pretty full. And I still have one more veggie to add. Gazpacho is a cold soup. That's really its defining characteristic. So you can just find different veggies here and there. Really, it's just meant to be a fun dish. I always think it's such a treat. It is nothing, I repeat, nothing I would ever serve to Lad Drummond or any cowboys. They wouldn't get it. No offense to cowboys. They have their good qualities too. Okay, that is one full food processor. Fortunately, that's all the veggies I'm gonna add. Now it needs plenty of salt and pepper. And I wanna give it just a little bit of herbiness, so I'll add some oregano and a splash of red wine vinegar. You can also use lemon juice if you want. And then I'm gonna add just a couple of big leaves of basil. And when I serve this, I'll also put the basil on top. Okay, now I've got a clove of garlic and I'm gonna just grate it in. It just feels so good to not only know what I have in the fridge, but also use up what I've got. Tap in the garlic. I think I'll add a little more salt for good measure. Oh, and what the heck, a little more pepper. And the lid goes on the food processor. And I'm gonna use a very gentle hand because I don't wanna overpulse this. I gotta say, I have never made gazpacho with strawberries before. I'm officially intrigued. This looks so good. I'm gonna give it a taste. Ooh, yum. Oh, I really taste those strawberries. And the color is a little bit different than if you just use tomatoes. It's got a little bit of a pink tinge. Okay, I'm gonna get this into a bowl. While I get it in here, let me show you how I'm gonna serve this up. I'm gonna grill a slice of bread on both sides until it gets those pretty lines. Serve up the gazpacho, drizzle over some olive oil, garnish it with basil, and have the bread on the side. Gazpacho is really versatile. Sometimes I like to top it with grilled shrimp, especially in the summertime. Now that's later for serving. Right now, I can't wait to see how pretty this looks in my neat new fridge.